Welcome to today's bite-sized Terraform learning. Today I'm going to talk to you about a really neat feature that just got introduced in Terraform 1.5 called the import block. As you know, with Terraform, you could always import things into state, but you always had to do it on the command line with the specific Terraform import command. It's really hard to do in an enterprise setting where the state files are usually locked away, and the only way that you can run Terraform is in a CICD pipeline. The import block is great because it gives you a one-shot import where it'll pull things into the state file and then it won't render it again. Once it's in the state file, you're good. You don't have to worry about it again, and at a later point in time you can remove the import block altogether after it's done being used, after you roll it out to production or whatever. The way that the import block works is you could define them anywhere you want inside a valid.tf file. You can put them in their own file. For the sake of this example, I'm going to have an import block for this random integer called priority. I have this defined as basically a random number between 1 and 10. And what I can do is I can say, well, I already had a number picked out. I kind of wanted my state to have the number 4 in it. When I run a Terraform plan, this is going to render the init block, and it's going to say, hey, I already had the number 4 that I wanted to be used, preparing the import. And it refreshes the state with my import data, and then all it does is render the difference, and it says, hey, I've already got this in managed state. It was a number 4. I don't have any keeper, so it's not going to attempt to regenerate the number. It's just going to serve up the 4. And I say, well, okay, that's cool. Well, what if I wanted to import a number 5 instead? Same deal. Number 5, this is what is imported. It prepares the import and it imports it. If I were to run a Terraform apply, yes. Oops, sorry. Type in the word yes. I now have Terraform state where this is the number 5. If I were to try to change this now, this would not import because I already have this particular resource in my managed state. This is going to show that there's no configuration change, just throw away at this point. I can get rid of this completely because I've already imported the 5, my particular resource address of random integer priority. I imported it with a value of 5, and that is what got applied to the state file when I ran the apply. So from that point forward, this import block is moot. Very useful feature. I'll be using it a lot. I have lots of times in my enterprise job where I have hundreds of things that are unmanaged, or I have a team that's provisioned everything in their AWS account manually, and now they're trying to kind of reel it back in, trying to get to a managed state. So you can just build out your definition that kind of matches what they clickopsed, and then you can have these import blocks all throughout to kind of import and pull those things into managed state without a bunch of tedious CLI that you have to do. You can just run it as a part of your normal plan and apply lifecycle. Very useful feature, 10 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give me a like and subscribe. I'll have more Terraform content coming out in the very near future. Have a good evening.